Ever woken up feeling inexplicably drained, even after a full night's sleep? What if the answer wasn't in your own habits, but in the unseen energy field surrounding you? Specifically, the energy of your neighbor. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating and sometimes controversial intersection of spirituality and quantum consciousness to explore the idea of proximity aura interference and how it might be affecting your well-being. We'll uncover the ancient roots of aura theory, explore the quantum physics concepts that lend a surprising scientific plausibility to it, and offer practical steps you can take to protect your own energetic space. The concept of an aura, an invisible field of energy surrounding living beings, has roots stretching back millennia. Ancient cultures across the globe, from the Vedic traditions of India to the shamanic practices of indigenous tribes, have long recognized and worked with these subtle energy fields. In Vedic philosophy, the aura is often referred to as the pranamaya kosha, one of the 5 layers of the human energy system, or koshas. This layer is said to be responsible for the flow of life force, or prana, throughout the body. Disturbances in the pranamaya kosha are believed to manifest as physical or emotional imbalances. Similarly, in traditional Chinese medicine, the concept of qi, or vital energy, flowing through meridians, bears a close resemblance to the aura. Acupuncture and acupressure are based on the principle of unblocking these energy pathways to restore balance and harmony. The idea of the aura isn't confined to Eastern traditions. In Western esoteric traditions, such as Hermeticism and Theosophy, the aura is often depicted as a luminous field of colors, each color representing different aspects of a person's emotional, mental, and spiritual state. Figures like Helena Blavatsky, a founder of the Theosophical Society, wrote extensively about the aura and its significance in spiritual development. Even Leonardo da Vinci, though primarily known for his artistic and scientific achievements, explored the concept of the aura in his studies of light and shadow, noting how the atmosphere around objects seemed to radiate a subtle energy. These historical perspectives highlight a persistent human awareness of an energetic dimension beyond the physical realm. Moving from ancient wisdom to modern science, the concept of quantum consciousness offers a potential framework for understanding how auras might interact and influence one another. Quantum physics, at its core, reveals that reality is not as solid and defined as we perceive it to be. At the subatomic level, particles exist in a state of superposition, meaning they could be in multiple places or states simultaneously until observed. This observation, according to some interpretations of quantum mechanics, causes the particle to collapse into a single, definite state. This role of observation in shaping reality is where the connection to consciousness begins to emerge. One of the key figures in the development of quantum consciousness theories is physicist Roger Penrose. Along with anesthesiologist Stuart Hameroff, Penrose proposed the orchestrated objective reduction, OR theory, which suggests that consciousness arises from quantum processes occurring within microtubules, tiny structures inside brain neurons. While the OR theory remains controversial within the mainstream scientific community, it provides a compelling model for how quantum phenomena might play a role in consciousness. Other researchers, like Dr. Amit Goswami, a theoretical nuclear physicist, have gone even further, arguing that consciousness is not merely a product of the brain, but rather the fundamental basis of all reality. Goswami suggests that the material world is a manifestation of consciousness, and that our thoughts and intentions can directly influence the quantum realm. Now, let's bring this back to the idea of proximity aura interference. If we accept, even hypothetically, that auras are real and that they are connected to our consciousness, then it's plausible that these energy fields can interact with one another. Imagine 2 people living in close proximity, say, in adjacent apartments. Each person has their own unique aura, shaped by their thoughts, emotions, and experiences. If one person is experiencing a great deal of stress, negativity, or emotional turmoil, their aura might become dense, chaotic, and dissonant. This dissonant energy field could then potentially interact with the aura of their neighbor, especially if there is a shared wall or a close physical proximity. The neighbor, who might be in a more balanced and harmonious state, could then experience a sense of unease, anxiety, or even physical symptoms like fatigue or headaches. This is because their own aura is being influenced by the dissonant energy of their neighbor. It's like being exposed to a constant stream of negative information. It can eventually wear you down and affect your own emotional and mental state. This idea is supported by anecdotal evidence and personal experiences. Many people report feeling drained or uncomfortable after spending time with certain individuals, while feeling energized and uplifted after being around others. This could be explained by the interaction of auras, with some people's energy fields being more draining than others. Consider the experience of Sarah, a young professional living in a bustling city apartment. She always considered herself a sound sleeper, but lately, she'd been waking up feeling exhausted, despite getting a full 8 hours of sleep. She tried everything, changing her diet, exercising more, and even trying different sleep aids, but nothing seemed to work. Then, she started noticing a pattern. Her sleep disturbances seemed to coincide with periods when her neighbor was hosting loud parties or engaging in heated arguments. Sarah began to suspect that her neighbor's negative energy was somehow affecting her sleep. She decided to try some energy clearing techniques, such as smudging her apartment with sage and visualizing a protective shield around her. To her surprise, she started sleeping better almost immediately. Of course, it's important to acknowledge that there are other possible explanations for Sarah's experience. Noise pollution, stress, and other environmental factors could have also contributed to her sleep problems. However, the fact that she found relief through energy clearing techniques suggests that there might be more to the story than meets the eye. The concept of proximity aura interference offers a potential explanation for why some people are more sensitive to the energy of others, and why certain environments can feel more draining or uplifting than others. It's important to approach this topic with an open mind, recognizing that there is still much that we don't understand about the nature of consciousness and the subtle energy fields that surround us. But what does the scientific community have to say about all of this? While the existence of auras and the concept of proximity aura interference are not yet recognized by mainstream science, there is some research that lends in direct support to these ideas. For example, studies on the effects of empathy and emotional contagion have shown that emotions can spread between people, even without direct communication. This suggests that there is some kind of energetic connection between individuals that allows them to influence one another's emotional states. Research into the placebo effect also provides evidence for the power of consciousness to influence physical reality. The placebo effect occurs when a person experiences a real physiological benefit from a sham treatment, simply because they believe it will work. This demonstrates that our thoughts and beliefs can have a direct impact on our bodies, which is consistent with the idea that consciousness can influence the material world. Furthermore, some physicists are exploring the possibility of non-local connections between particles, a phenomenon known as quantum entanglement. Entanglement occurs when two particles become linked in such a way that they share the same fate, no matter how far apart they are. If consciousness is fundamentally quantum in nature, as some theories suggest, then it's possible that our minds are also entangled with one another, allowing for the transfer of information and energy across distances. However, it's crucial to acknowledge the limitations of our current knowledge. The scientific evidence for auras and proximity aura interference is still largely anecdotal and circumstantial. More rigorous research is needed to investigate these phenomena in a controlled and systematic way. This research could involve using sensitive instruments to measure subtle energy fields around the body, or conducting experiments to see how the energy fields of different individuals interact with one another. It's also important to consider alternative explanations for the experiences that people attribute to aura interference, such as psychological factors, environmental stressors, and other physiological mechanisms. Despite the lack of definitive scientific proof, the concept of proximity aura interference has significant implications for our daily lives. If we are indeed susceptible to the energy of others, then it becomes even more important to cultivate a positive and protective energetic space around ourselves. This can involve a variety of practices, such as meditation, mindfulness, and spending time in nature. Meditation helps to calm the mind and center the emotions, creating a more harmonious and balanced aura. Mindfulness involves paying attention to the present moment without judgment, which can help to reduce stress and anxiety, thereby strengthening the aura. Spending time in nature is also a powerful way to cleanse and recharge the aura, as natural environments are filled with positive energy. Another important aspect of protecting your energetic space is to be mindful of the people you surround yourself with. Choose to spend time with individuals who are positive, supportive, and uplifting, and limit your exposure to those who are negative, draining, or toxic. This doesn't mean that you should avoid helping people who are struggling, but it does mean that you need to set healthy boundaries and protect your own energy in the process. You can also use techniques like visualization and affirmations to create a protective shield around yourself. Imagine yourself surrounded by a bubble of white light, or repeat positive affirmations like, "I am protected, I am strong, and I am filled with positive energy." The concept of proximity aura interference also has implications for the design of our living spaces. Consider the principles of feng shui, an ancient Chinese practice that focuses on creating harmonious environments by optimizing the flow of energy. Feng shui principles can be applied to arrange furniture, choose colors, and incorporate natural elements into your home in a way that promotes positive energy and well-being. For example, keeping your home clean and clutter-free can help to improve the flow of energy and prevent stagnation. Using natural materials like wood, stone, and plants can also help to create a more grounding and harmonious environment. Furthermore, the idea of proximity aura interference is relevant to the growing field of energy medicine. Energy medicine encompasses a variety of therapies that work with the body's energy fields to promote healing and well-being. These therapies include acupuncture, Reiki, therapeutic touch, and Qigong. While the scientific evidence for these therapies is still emerging, many people report experiencing significant benefits from them. Energy medicine practitioners often work to clear blockages in the energy field, balance the chakra's energy centers, and strengthen the aura. In conclusion, the idea that your neighbor's energy could be affecting your sleep, while seemingly far-fetched, opens up a fascinating exploration into the realms of spirituality and quantum consciousness. From the ancient wisdom of auras to the modern theories of quantum entanglement, we've journeyed through a landscape of interconnectedness and subtle energies. While definitive scientific proof remains elusive, the potential implications for our well-being and daily lives are profound. It invites us to consider the unseen forces that might be shaping our experiences and to take proactive steps to cultivate a positive and protective energetic space. What are your thoughts on this topic? Have you ever experienced something similar to proximity or interference? What practices do you use to protect your own energy? Share your experiences and insights in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. And if you found this video informative and thought-provoking, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more explorations into the fascinating intersection of science and spirituality. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you'll never miss an upload. Also, we have a related video on the power of intention which you might find interesting. So check the link in the description below. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.